Hey guys, welcome back to Yeah the Girls episode 2. I'm joined as always with my co-hosts Claudia Gunjaka and Georgie Rankin. But today we are brought to you by Gatorade's new fast Twitch energy drink. Are you ready to hit the Twitch? It's amazing, girls. We've had a little sip earlier today. 0 sugar, we can't complain. It's beautiful. Thought we could do a little what hit the Twitch for you guys this week. I'll start us off. I thought the sunshine on Saturday hit my Twitch. I was up and about. I watched some local footy. My housemate Tyler was playing for Leopold and they got over 100-point win, which was awesome. So that really just got me up and about this week.
Beautiful weather, wasn't it?
Stunning.
Yeah. Mine's a little bit different. I actually, yesterday, I'm a big Swiftie, and Taylor Swift announced that she's going to be having her 12th album. Yep. So it's Life of a Showgirl.
Also, Boss Girl announcing it on a men's podcast.
I know. We love it.
Yes.
We love it. So I'm very keen to hear that when it comes out.
Oh my gosh, unreal. Mine was as simple as the weekend off. Sunshine, as you said, Becky, and
beautiful.
I'm not a big pastry goer, but I found this little spot in Ocean Grove, and it was
Yum.
they call it
A Danish?
A Danish?
Yeah.
Are they like the little square ones?
Yep.
Yes.
And it was like a pear Danish.
And like custard?
Oh my gosh, and the custard.
Oh,
honestly,
stop it.
it's treat Sunday it was.
I know, I love a little sweet
Sorry,
treat.
treat Saturday I should say, and absolutely smashed one of those. That hit my
Yum.
Twitch.
Delicious.
What a nice way to start the week with just a little bit of a chill weekend leading into our round one, which we're super excited.
Yes.
But we've got a big episode this week. We're going to chat a little bit about our season launch that was last Thursday, and then we're going to go through a little bit of a prediction throughout the season. A few of the journos commented on some predictions that they reckon will happen throughout, but we thought we would have a little gas bag about our own. And then we've also got Tommy Atkins joining us today, which will be super exciting. He's joined our women's program as a coach as well, so we'll pick his brain a little bit about that. But let's get into the pod. Season launch. Claude, I'm going to kick us off and say you smashed it as the host of the night.
Thanks, Beck.
It was just great to see you up there in your element. You smashed it, Dale.
Yeah, I was. I did a little practice run before you all came, and I was up there and I was shaking like a fair bit, and I'm like, oh my god, this nerves don't really hit me like this. But I was like, how am I going to go? I'm not sure. And then I think having you guys in the crowd was so supportive because I got up there and you're all cheering, so it made me feel really relaxed. And once I got into it, I thought it was a really good night. We had some great speakers. We had Hock on board and Meg McDonald. Steve,
wasn't
Hockey.
it?
Yeah.
You were.
I was very distinguished.
I thought that was hilarious.
Steve. Never called him Steve in my life.
Our CEO.
We also had director Kate Betts on, and then we got to hear from our new female staff as well in Dom Kondo, Tennille, and also Renee Gehring. So it was really awesome to have everyone on board. What did you guys think from a guest point of view?
Gunji, honestly, I just want to back Becky up. And obviously we touched that you've done a couple of them, but you said yourself, usually there's a stand there, like you're just up, just got a bare stage in front of you holding the room. And I thought you were just incredible and so natural at it. So it's awesome to see.
I was very impressed with the sponsor roll-off
not
without looking at the notes.
I looked at the back of the room. I thought there must have been a screen that you were checking them off, but no.
I got a little bit of a photographic memory, I reckon, so I can remember where they are on the page when I look at them. But anyway, it was a great night.
It was a great night, great setup, and it was nice to just be presented with our jumpers this year, see the draftees come up. Draftees come up and the new players, and, just it feels real now.
I know, and I loved, Becky, when Dan called your name and we had a little catwalk, so Becky came out strutting. What was your goal song that they played? I actually can't remember now.
It was a Rhiannon song.
Yeah, so you just strutted out there in style, getting your jumper. It was great. I loved it.
No, I got to make the night of it, hey, get all the fans up and about. But no, it was a lovely night. We're sitting here Wednesday afternoon looking out at GMHBA, getting a fresh trim before training. But we're super excited. Round one this weekend. We can't wish for anything more. But let's get into some pre-season predictions from some journos.
This is our first look at these two.
We haven't had a look at these
We're going to do a blind react.
All right.
All right.
Well, how have they done this? Is this votes that they're giving?
Ooh, interesting.
So to win the premiership, 4 journos have put North Melbourne, fair call. They won last year. And 2 have picked Brisbane again.
Interesting. I feel like Brisbane's always quite up there. We can't complain about North. They've got everything to lose, but a lot of us have everything to gain.
Yes. Now, I don't think we really need to say who we predict as to be premiers this year, do we?
Yes. I'm backing us in, girls.
Yeah, me
Backing us
too.
in.
Don't worry.
Runners up. Journos, we've got 2 for Hawthorn, 2 for Melbourne, 1 North Melbourne and 1 Geelong. We love that.
Let's go.
Here we are. We're
Let's
on the
go.
list. Hawthorn up there. I don't mind that. They had a good year last year.
And they had a good pre-season games as well.
Yeah.
They really
absolutely.
dominated.
Yeah. Who did you guys have for runner-up, do you reckon?
Brizzy are always they've had such great. We went to the launch and they spoke about the fact they've been in the last 6 of them, whether they've been the premiers or the runners up. So I think Brizzy will.
I'm
be
going
in there.
North Melbourne. I reckon we can bookend our year with starting off with North
Yeah,
Melbourne,
be a good one,
finishing with
wouldn't
North
it?
Melbourne with the cup hanging up.
And I've gone Melbourne. I think they've had a solid 2 pracky games and have a few players that are pretty dominant. So I'm going to go with them.
Absolutely.
Oh, the wooden spoon.
Wooden spoon. That's a bit sad. We've got 4 journos saying Gold Coast, 1 saying GWS, and 1 with the Dogs. Interesting. It's really hard in AFLW to sort of predict who and where people's teams will sit on the ladder. I think because with the evolution of the game, we've got a lot of people moving around. So
also and we don't play everyone once, so it all
once,
falls on your previous season. How did that look as to who you're coming up against? So I guess we talk about the integrity of kind of the level of the teams that you're playing at. It does make it hard to predict year to year.
100%. We won't.
But we're not going to throw a wooden
spoon
in there.
That's what the journos
We're not negative Nancy's in this podcast.
Those who are moving up. We've got Sydney 3 votes, Geelong 2.
Let's go.
Yeah, we are going to move up from last year. We're making finals and we're going to bloody have a hard old crack. And Melbourne moving up too, which they just fell short of the finals last year.
They kind of had a similar year to us, I think. So,
Yeah.
I think between
That's a
them and
very
us,
fair
I think
call.
that's a decent call on that.
And then we might go to who will win the AFLW best and fairest. I love this. We got a couple of 1 voters across the board. We've got Ella Roberts, who plays for West Coast, which Gunj, I think.
Yeah, I've actually
You've
tipped
got
her
her.
for that only because, 1, she's quite dominant in her team, and I think, I don't think there'll be too many that'll take votes off her in her team, so I'm going to go with Ella.
Yeah, she's definitely a young gun rising, and
Absolutely.
we played her last year and we'll come up again against them this year, and she is just a phenomenal player.
Absolutely.
In the midfield. We've got our one and only Georgie Prezi.
Can't really go past her. Hey. I did my
I've-
votes wrong when I started because I thought I was going internal, and I thought I'm going to throw a Smokey in there, and for our BNF, look at Jackie Parry or someone, you know.
Yeah.
Anyway, if I'm looking across the league, I love you, JP, but across the league, it'll be hard if I think if you're not a midfielder. So and Prez is just flying.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I've nominated Prez for the WBNF because she has had a phenomenal pre-season, and her pre-season games as well has been a great reflection of all the work she's put in, and she's just a jet. She's just a jet.
We've
So-
also got one of our very own again on here
Yeah.
in the predictors from the journos, and that's Lingy, Aisling Maloney. I also think, she's going to have a really dominant year again. And I don't know about you, but I've predicted her for the leading goal kicker.
Yep.
Yeah, I had her down for that too.
Me too.
She took it out last year, tied with
Yep.
who was it?
From
Brizzy.
Brizzy, Taylor Smith,
Taylor
which
Smith,
Lingy
yeah.
can thank me for keeping her to 0 goals in that game. But no, I also think she gets some good deliveries from you two up higher in the defence. So I think she'll
we'll
kill
be
it.
backing in her for leading goal kicker, which the journos have done as well here. Backed her in and a few others. Yeah, so it's a great little look from the journos to have a little bit of prediction into the season. But as we were saying before, it's really hard in AFLW to sort of get those predictions in with the, you don't play everyone once, as G said, and just like the
nature of it. I think last
Yeah.
season we had a number of teams that had to dive into their our train-ons as well. Like it is, we've only got, pardon me, a list of 30. So sometimes that can mean that we're trying to pack so much in, into such a small space of time.
Yes.
Given the season is so short, and then you don't have a large extent of players. So you hit a couple of injuries, and then you've got some niggles, and that sees that you've got different looks each week that are hitting the track. So that can also affect what that looks like.
And I think it's very similar to the men's season at the moment too, how you actually cannot predict who's going to win.
Oh, absolutely.
So, yeah, I'm really looking forward to this season kicking off. But do you guys have a play to watch this year?
Ooh.
Yeah, I'll jump in. Kate Kenny.
Love this.
We've flipped her onto the wing, and her speed, athleticism. She's also her skills. I mean, we talk about it, the Irish that come across and they just
Pick it up.
they can flick it off the ground from their foot up to their hands and kick it 60 meters and across their body. Even just left foot laces someone out. But I've just seen her. She's such a student of the game. She would, when she was in Ireland, she was still sitting up watching games of AFL no matter what time they were. So she's in for a great season, and I just think that's been such a positive move for not only her but our group, having her speed on the outside and some beautiful deliveries inside 50.
Yeah, absolutely. I've got one of our own defenders, Killer, Emma Kilpatrick. I think she's had a fantastic preseason. We touched on her last week, but I'm just super excited to see her debut, hopefully some stage this season. And I think her ability to like run off half back, her aggressiveness, you know, I really love watching her go about the game, and I think she'll be someone to watch this year, especially for our team.
Absolutely. And I'm going to give a bit of love to our own podcast here and go with our own Becky Webb here. I think you've had some phenomenal, you've had a phenomenal preseason, and I think just your composure with ball and your ability to shake tackles and drive your legs out, and you're a crucial part in our defensive line, but also in our team. And I'm very excited to watch you this year.
Thanks, Gunji. Love you, darling. But no, it's been awesome to, you know, get the preseason under our belts and lace up the boots this weekend against North Melbourne for the first time this year, which is always super fun. But I don't know about you girls, but super excited, and we're also keen to have a little listen to Tommy Atkins and hear what he has to say about his coaching role and journey in the AFLW space, and what he sort of brought to the team as well. But we'll have a short little break and come back with Tommy Atkins.
Fast Twitch, a new energy drink from Gatorade. Start fast with zero sugar, over 100 milligrams of caffeine and electrolytes. Are you ready to hit the twitch? Available in cool blue, grape and strawberry lemonade. Proud sponsors of Yeah the Girls podcast.
Welcome back, guys. We're joined with our guest, Tommy Atkins. Great to have you on, Tommy. How does your voice sound in the microphone?
I don't know. You tell me.
Nice and crispy. We've loved having you around the football club in our department in coaching us, which has been great this season, but would love to get a little bit for the listeners to know a little bit more about you and your role at the club. But I think Gigi will start us off with a nice little question.
I was going to say, this is going to be fun because we're sharing the microphone here. So obviously knowing outside of footy, you've got two sisters, beautiful wife, mum, you're surrounded by lots of lovely women. Was that a bit of an influence into why you wanted to step into the women's space? What sort of drew you there? And I probably always love hearing when people first step in, the similarities, not only, you know, from a coaching perspective, but you're still playing as well. What is it like differentiating between the men's and women's programs?
Yeah, I think it definitely helped having Sammy know a lot of you guys. I already had a relationship with a few of you, and then I guess just watching over the years, and I'm trying to figure out what I want to do after footy, but also a part of me wanted to try and help and see if some of the stuff that we're doing with our men's program could maybe be transferable to the mids with you guys. So I really enjoyed it. I'm not sure how much is helping. We'll see this weekend, I guess. But the midfield group that I've been trying to help, they're already so established and absolute beasts. So hopefully they've taken a little bit on board, but who knows?
I can safely say, yes, we haven't kick-started into our season, but I'm sure you would see it's like you can hear a pin drop whenever you speak. Like, we just want to absorb everything you're saying, and the midfielders have spoken to that really strong, maybe behind closed doors. Maybe you're not hearing it yet, but I can reassure you that they're definitely taking some gold tips from you.
100%. Now, Tom, you've taken on this coaching role, but also you're playing yourself and coming up to hopefully a really good finals campaign as well. But you've also got your beautiful family at home too. So we often speak about the juggle between work, footy and life. But how about you? How have you managed with the juggle of all that?
Yeah, it's been great. I'm really lucky. Louth is one of the more understanding people, as you know, and he's been really just, you contribute as much as you want, and if you feel like there's times where you need to be at home more or spend some time away from the program, that's fine. And that flexibility, I think, has made me enjoy it more, because I really want to come and train with you guys. I want to come to meetings, and it's not like a chore. Or I think that's really helped with the role. And I can only thank my wife, really, Laura. She's doing an amazing job at home with Alfie, and it is good in this job. We get a lot of time off, so it's been nice to, like this morning I had Alfie for the morning, and Laura went and did Pilates and got a bit of a break. So I think you got to try and help out where you can. But I'm definitely very fortunate that Laura's doing most of the heavy lifting.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah, it's great to have all the family and kids running around here, as we know, but is that sort of your outlet from footy, Tom? Like, you're obviously so consumed in, our space and playing yourself. What are some of your outlets away from the game that sort of keep you grounded?
Yeah, it used to be golf, but I actually haven't played since Alfie, and he's definitely become the outlet. I reckon it's more what time I can spend with him when I'm away from the club, and we're renovating a house, so that sort of takes up a bit of time and energy as well. Trying to. It's. I can see why people pay interior decorators. Like, it's very. Some of the decisions are. They're not. I'm not the most decisive person at the best of times, so that's sort of what my extracurricular stuff
On the
is.
tools a little bit there?
Absolutely not. No, I'm like a labourer pretty much. Like, I've got a friend who's doing our work, and if he ever needs me to, I don't know, take some stuff to the skip, that's probably my job. Yeah.
I love it.
Have you got some golf tips for me? Because I'm no good. So
You're starting out? No, I was pretty awful as well. You need to hit up like Bosie or Brad.
Yeah.
They'll sort
They
you
seem
out.
to have
they're
it all
too good
sorted
for me though.
out,
I
mate.
can't.
It would be remiss of us to not talk about how great your game has been this season, Tommy, and there's still a couple of games to go. Has there been something that you've been really working on in the off-season that's elevated your game? You're leading the tackles in the competition right now with 191 with games to go, and, you're ruthless around the contest. Is that something that, I know that's always been part of your game, but something you've really honed in on in the off-season?
I actually think that coaching has helped me a lot.
Yep.
I probably was more one that didn't really think about the game too much. Like, I used to think, come in, train, and then just get away from the club and not really think too much. But in trying to actually create a message and then deliver it to your mids, it's kind of made me think a bit more about my game and, how I can impact at contests and those sort of things. So I think that's definitely helped me. As for the other stuff, I think a lot, like majority of footy is just opportunity. Last year I was sort of on the half back, thrown into the mids later on in the year. But this year I've sort of been trusted to be in the midfield all year. And it's just same for everyone, really. I think there's a lot of talented people in the AFL and the W who are just sometimes a bit void of opportunity. And so I really have the coaching staff to thank for that, for trusting me. But plenty of footy to be played. Yeah, we'll give it a good run.
It's exciting, definitely.
Awesome. Now, Tom, we know you're a good tackler, as Becky just said the stats, but is it true that your dad Mick still has you in a one-on-one wrestle?
I haven't been game enough to go near him for the last couple of years. He was always a great wrestler, Dad, and it wasn't just limited to me that he would beat. He'd beat my friends, and we.
I'd love to hear the story of your friends tackling and with your dad. I love that.
No, you don't want to hear that one. That was Dylan O'Leary. That's one thing I'm very looking forward to with Alfie is getting him into his wrestling, and hopefully he never has me covered either. But big part of our family was wrestles growing up. Girls too.
Love it.
No, we love it. I'd like to just hear a little bit more about sort of what goes into your coaching role here, Tommy, before we move on to a little bit of a fun game. Do you want to sort of explain what you do with the midfield group? You don't just do it with the midfield group, but you coach us along the way as well as defenders, but just sort of those little tips and tricks that you sort of ingrain in training. I'm sure that you help Dan sort of plan around a few drills as well. What's that sort of look like for you?
Yeah, it sort of changed. Like early on when you guys were in off-season, before pre-season, I sort of was doing a bit of education around principles, starting positions and then patterns away from the contests, more specific stuff like that. And now as we've progressed, the girls have nailed them, obviously, and now we're into, I do a bit more like opposition analysis, trying to figure out what sort of plays and structures can be effective against the opposition that we would come up against, and also a bit of review as well of how we went, against Gold Coast and Saints. And I've loved that too, like just being able to watch games back and seeing you guys executing on the stuff that we've been training, like that's been very rewarding as well. So it would be interesting to see how the role sort of develops throughout the season, because obviously we've got finals coming up, and then I'm in off season, so
a few beers.
I'll be a few Gatorades. I'll be at every game that I can be, so it'll be good.
It's super. It's great to have you a part of the program, but we thought we'd play a little fun game with you, Tommy, before you have to run and catch up with the other coaches around training tonight. But I don't know whether you saw. We played a little game with Dan in the pre-season where he had to sort of guess. They would say like, "Hey, coach," and then he had to guess who the player was. So we've got a couple of girls here, and you got to guess which teammate.
We've limited you to 5, so it's not. Yeah, we're not throwing you under the bus completely.
Yeah, no worries.
All right,
We'll hold it up.
I'll play it into the microphone and give us your best shot.
Sorry.
Hey, Tom.
Oh, that's easy. That's Nina.
Good job.
Yeah.
Nina's on the board.
Starting easy.
1 for 1. All right, let's wrap it up a bit. Ramp it up a bit.
Hey, Tom. Hey, Tom. Hey, Tom.
We've gone from 0 to the hardest, I reckon.
Yeah,
Really, you reckon?
This is the hardest.
Do we want to go back to this one?
Can I sit on that?
Yeah,
I'll come
sit on
back
that
to it.
one.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'll pick up.
Hey, Tom. Hey, Tom.
Oh, that's an Irish
Hey, Tom.
person.
It's just so soft.
Hey, Tom.
It's like a ringtone.
Hey, Tom.
Kate.
Hey, Tom.
Yes,
Yeah.
good job.
Yeah.
Well done. Okay.
Hey, Tom. Hey, Tom. Hey, Tom.
Oh,
Hey, Tom.
this is the worst game. Why does anyone play this? It's just a tease. Like I know. Oh,
I mean, it's
It's very obvious,
familiar
this one.
voice. You've been hearing it
well,
a bit.
yeah. Well, I'm
Hey,
thinking
Tom.
Becky.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Well done.
We're back to
Not
the hard
quite
one.
yet.
One more.
Hey, coach. Hey, coach.
I don't even know
Oh
who that
man.
is. Have you picked them?
Hey, coach.
Oh no.
She sounds a bit different in this
I'm not
one.
gonna get that one.
She's in your midfield.
Midfielder.
Hey, coach. Oh, Belle. No.
Nah. Blonde hair though. Well, they're all bloody blonde, aren't they?
Oh, it's not AMAC, is it?
Nah,
No.
curlier.
Curly.
Oh, Prince. Yeah, really? What? I don't think she's ever called me coach.
Yeah, she's thrown you there.
very much
Rogue.
a-
Thrown you
Very
there.
rogue.
Yeah.
All right, back to the start.
Oh yeah.
Hey, Tom. Hey, Tom.
Is it Gunj?
Nah.
Hey, Tom.
Think of it outside the box. Really.
Hey, Tom.
Outside the box thinking here.
Hey, Tom. Hey, Tom.
She'll be hating the sound of her own voice.
Yeah, she will.
Really? Can you give me a position?
Well,
In the box.
Oh, Flinny. Really?
Well done. I reckon we'll give you that one. So
I'll give you
Oh,
three,
yeah.
three out of
Yeah,
3 out of 5.
all right.
That's all right.
3.5 out of 5.
No, thanks for joining us, Tom. I know you're a busy man and you've been an amazing influence on us, and we're super excited to start the season this weekend and with all your knowledge as well. But good luck for the rest of your season and keep smashing it with the boys.
Thanks. Gunj, I wore the Cats gear as well because I heard you were slagging off my op shop kits. on the weekend.
I wasn't. Georgie Rankin and I actually said you rocked it. Thank you.
I was going to say, when were we talking about that? It was on K-Rock.
Yeah.
No, we were absolutely, they were ready for us to rip into you, but we
Yeah.
were supportive.
I was very supportive, but I appreciate the dress anyway.
That's all right. So I played safe today. Yeah.
Thanks, Tommy.
No worries.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you. Fast Twitch Energy Drink is from the makers of Gatorade. Developed with over 100 milligrams of caffeine and electrolytes to help you physically start fast and focus the mind to get you ready for your workout. Available in cool blue, grape and strawberry lemonade. Proud sponsors of Yeah the Girls podcast.
All right, welcome back to Yeah the Girls, brought to you by Gatorade's new Fast Twitch energy drink. We've had some discussions since our last podcast of coming up with what we said was our Yeah the Girls MVP. Maybe still thinking about a name. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's great, but
If
something with maybe a ring to it.
Any listeners have an idea of a name that we could name our Yeah the Girls MVP?
Yeah.
Please feel free to leave comments in our socials.
Absolutely, because we're looking at what that could be, and obviously we would love to get to the point maybe end of season, best and fairest. Those who have been listening along to the pod, maybe we'll have a little award for who finishes up on top. So how do we create this as something a little bit unique to our pod and something that we value, particularly as defenders, what we look out for? And we've come to, I guess the crux of it is we're going to be looking out for team lifting moments.
Yes.
So it may be that it's a smother. It's one smother that was a crucial point in the game, and we'll be looking to give a 3-2-1 voting system. That way it does sort of bring about a leaderboard and really make it interesting and hopefully tight at the back end of the
A bit
year.
of fun, isn't it?
Yeah.
We love those sort of 1%ers, don't we? And that's something that we're really focusing on this year, around that sort of grittiness acts that we love and gets everyone up and about. I think Meg had a really good explanation around sort of, you know, using Prez for an example, she can take 5 bounces down the wing and kick a goal, but when she takes that spoil across the boundary line, it's like, let's go.
Yeah.
So it's sort of those little things, isn't it,
Yeah.
where it's just like, it just sort of brings everyone up. Or
Absolutely. It's like watching and in the men's game against the Bombers, and Zach Guthrie did that massive rundown tackle and those sort of moments, and they're going to be what we're looking out for.
Yeah, can't wait, and hopefully got a little trophy or something at the end for the winner.
Can't wait to play North Melbourne and see these little things in action and get our 3-2-1 votes ready for the Yeah the Girls MVP next week, which is good. But leading into the game, as I've said a million times, we're bloody pumped. We're super excited. We're playing GMHBA first game of the year.
How do you
and
guys
it's at
go in
home.
the lead up? What
my
does
God.
your... Because I'm very much someone, I go, yeah, someone asks me and I go, yeah, I'm excited. But really, away from any sort of questions, I'm like, I don't think about it. I don't think about it. I go, all right,
love
it will be there at the end of the week, and I'll feed off the energy when I'm around people. But when I go home, it's like, okay.
Yeah,
Just
I
take
feel
a
like
breath.
it is a bit like day by day, but as I continue to think about it, I'm like, it's round 1 this week. Oh my God, yes. let's
Yeah.
Well, you
go.
gave us a pump up speech in our divisional
yes,
on
and that was
Monday.
Monday.
It
He
was
did.
fantastic.
Yeah, it was amazing. I reckon I've already got the Little Mix pumping. You know, Little
Oh,
Mix.
Oh my
love
gosh,
it.
They are
I
like
was listening to them for one of our practices.
Hype
and
girls.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I've already
Queens.
pumped that sort of. I'm driving home from work yesterday, and I'm listening to Little Mix, Little Me, if you want a good pump up song, and I envision myself playing on Saturday,
my
and I
God.
get so bloody excited.
That's a
So
photographic
excited.
memory that you have.
Yeah.
You can see yourself out there.
What is it? Mental imagery.
Mental,
101.
yes,
101.
100%. Dave, our psych has been all about that sort of
Yeah.
stuff, hasn't he?
Absolutely.
But no, we're super excited. Obviously playing the Kangaroos at GMHBA, 3:35 start. The gates open at also 2:35, which is great. But we're just pumped, and we're super excited to hopefully have a good crowd come in, support us girls. The boys are obviously playing in Sydney on Sunday, and the VFL boys as well. So plenty of football across the weekend. But
But
if
for
you
your live footy fix,
live footy fix,
Get on
down
down.
to GMHBA,
and it's
to
always
cheer
a
on us
tight
girls.
contest.
Isn't it?
It is. We
Yep.
haven't been able to take the Chockies off North yet.
We
but
got close,
very
but-
close last year, taking a couple of points off. But you know, if there's anyone in the competition that we want to be, it's North Melbourne.
Yep.
So to play them round 1 against
Yeah.
the reigning premiers at our home deck, you know, we couldn't have picked a better opposition to start
No
off
way.
our season. So
Yep.
we're super excited for that. But
And you guys know the thrill of round 1, let alone playing, North Melbourne and at home. So triple whammy, I reckon. So it'll be awesome.
absolutely, girls and boys. So get down. We'll love your support. We always hear it, and we really ride the momentum of the crowd getting up and about. So if you're not doing anything Saturday, you've got something planned now. So get down and support us girls. But we'll see you guys next week for the Girls episode 3.
Thanks, guys.
Nice
Thank
chatting,
you.
guys. Bye.